Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, there is a reason you have landed on this video. Maybe you've been on a healing journey, physical, emotional, spiritual, and no matter what you've tried, you feel stuck. The old patterns keep showing up. The pain lingers, and you're wondering, why can't I heal? Why can't I fully heal? Today, I want to share some incredible wisdom with you from a book that has completely changed my life and shifted my understanding of healing. It's called Why People Don't Heal and How They Can by Caroline Myss. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's a medical intuitive, author, and energy healer. This book dives deep into the hidden reasons we stay stuck in pain and how we can finally release what's holding us back. Caroline spent over 15 years as a medical intuitive working with thousands of people, and she began noticing a powerful pattern. Some people healed, others didn't. And it wasn't necessarily about what treatments they chose or how severe their illness was. It had everything to do with how people related to their wounds. She coined the term Woundology, the practice of identifying ourselves through our wounds, of clinging to our pain stories, whether physical or emotional, and using them as a source of power, attention, or identity. And this, she says, is the biggest reason and why people don't heal. Now, I know that might sound intense, and I know many of you are going to be arguing with me with this, but just listen. It's so liberating once you see it. I mean, I did the work of Louise L. Hay and Wayne Dye, and that completely shifted many things for me back when I was in my 20s. But yeah, think about it. How often have you heard yourself say things like, I'm someone who's always anxious. I've been betrayed so many times. I can't trust anyone. I have this illness, it runs in my family. These become our stories. Caroline says that over time, we start to gain a sense of emotional intimacy and control over our wounds. People sympathize with us. We get to avoid certain challenges. Or we believe that if we let go of the wound, we lose connection, attention, or even worse, a sense of who we are. For many years, just to give you an example, I always used to think life is hard, and it creeps back in sometimes. Like, I struggle with life. I don't like life. Life's hard. Life's always hard. And what came and what was shown to me was often life was hard. When I reframed it, life got easier in many ways. I just started taking ownership of this identity, this belief, and switched it. And I've done it in many things. It's like with cooked food. I just have an identity. I don't eat cooked food. I eat raw living foods. And that's my new identity. On a subconscious level, whether we like it or not, we cling to our pain. There's some comfort in it. I think with me, sometimes when I often would binge eat or do certain behaviors, I would use it because I was feeling sad, and it got to a point where it was just a way to just numb, and I enjoyed that numbing feeling, so I didn't have to feel. But the consequences of that wasn't having the body I wanted, having the energy I wanted, and getting sick all the time. She teaches you are not the wound. And the moment you realize, you decide to release that identity, you open the door to actually embodied healing. So here are the 5 myths that block healing. Caroline talks about these 5 myths in her book. I want to share them with you because when I first read them, I saw myself in most of them. Myth 1 is, my life is defined by my wound. We believe our pain story is who we are, but you are infinite. You are love. You are not what happened to you. Myth 2, being healthy means being alone. Some people subconsciously fear that if you heal, they'll lose the connection and sympathy their illness or pain brings. Healing can feel isolating, but only if we don't shift our circles and connections too. Myth 3, Feeling pain means being destroyed by pain. We avoid facing deep emotions because we think they'll break us. But Caroline reminds us pain felt fully is pain that passes. Avoidance is what traps it in the body. Myth 4. All illness stems from negativity. This one's huge in the spiritual community, and I am one of them that regularly did say this. Blaming people for their sickness because of bad energy? Gosh, Caroline says no. While our thoughts affect our energy, illness is far more complex and compassion is key. Myth 5. True change is impossible. We tell ourselves, this is just who I am, or how I am, or I've always been this way. But that's not truth, it's conditioning. And the moment you open to new possibility, healing begins. Another thing that I love about this book is how Caroline tries to tie physical illness to what she calls energy anatomy. The idea that unprocessed emotions and spiritual wounds get trapped in our energy centers or chakras. Each chakra connects to different life themes: the heart, forgiveness, grief, love; the throat, expression, truth; the sacral, creativity, pleasure, trauma. And when we hold on to old pain, it literally creates blockages in these energy centers, which then affects our physical and emotional well-being. So part of healing is clearing those blockages through forgiveness, surrender, self-honesty, and energy work. I'll tell you something quite vulnerable here. For many years, I was struggling to have a relationship with my mother, and we don't have one now. I felt deep sadness and resentment and didn't understand why. It's a long story why there wasn't a relationship there, but through forgiveness and doing my own inner work, I've let go, surrendered, and it feels good. Now, the relationship isn't there, but that's okay, and I'm fine with that. But what isn't there anymore is that resentment, the anger. It's all gone. It's just more of love, understanding, and compassion. And that, for me, is the way I want to live my life. So when things come up, and there is still challenges with many things that I still get triggered, upset by, but I just start to understand and have this compassion. So how do we actually start to heal? Now, Caroline isn't about giving you quick fixes, which I love that, because sadly that's the world we live in, and it's not another trendy wellness hack. She invites us to do the inner work, and this is what my work is about as well. She asks, where am I clinging to my wound for identity? What am I afraid of losing when I'm fully healed? And she offers practical tools like journaling, especially journaling your old stories and rewriting new ones, creating symbolic rituals to release past energy, regularly reconnecting with your higher self through prayer, meditation, or nature. It's about reclaiming your spiritual power, not waiting for someone else to save you, but realizing that you hold the key to your healing. So if you've been feeling stuck in pain or repeating patterns that aren't serving you, I highly recommend you grab this book, not just to read it, but to work with it. I'll leave a link in the description box below. And if you do want more support on your journey of this self-healing, going to more towards raw living foods, or just having more peace in your life, less struggle, and just surrendering and helping you, guide you to that level, I would love to help and support you. All that is in the description box below. Remember, you are not your past, you are not your pain, and your healing isn't waiting outside of you. It's been inside of you this whole time. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on your journey. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, also turn on the bell notification to be notified of when the next videos are. Be, feel, and stay Rawlicious.